Rhea bloody Ripley may call herself Monday Night Mammy, but one thing she can't call herself is Mammy on top, because the ratings certainly prove otherwise, because she is sending them down under. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling and late night video, talking about Rhea Ripley, talking about the Monday Night Raw ratings in an Australian accent, and talking about the lowest Raw rating in the Netflix era. Yes, I've been saying for a while, I predicted that Raw would get under 2.5 million by the end of June, and lo and behold, the final Raw of June, and we get the lowest rating of the Netflix era with a 2.5 million rating. An absolute disaster, but am I surprised? No, definitely not. You look at the show and there's just a lack of stars, and I'm not even talking superstars. I'm not talking like the goats of the business. I'm just talking about general stars. There's pretty much nobody to have any interest in these shows. The guys that do matter are never there. You know, John Cena, he's not there. CM Punk, he's not there. I mean, Roman Reigns, he's never there. So what's the point even asking about him? Even your fake stars like your Cody Rhodes, this guy's never there either. You know, there's no reason to watch this. You've got these mid-carders feuding over shit that doesn't matter. We're supposed to believe that Jey Uso is a real main eventer. The guy never gets a main event match. I mean, when was he ever main event a pay-per-view? He can't, he doesn't, he won't. He sucks. He's mid-card Jey Uso. He's not a main guy. He's not a main attraction. We're never going to believe it. And then the only guy you've got worth a damn on Raw is Seth Rollins, who, again, essentially, he's only a main eventer when he's working with main event guys. Seth Rollins on his own is not a main event guy. He's not elevating anybody to a main event level. People elevate him to the main event, and he's got no guys to work with on Raw. So he's working with a bunch of bums. His faction, Braun Breaker, I like him, but he's a mid-carder. Bronson Reed, he's a fat jobber. And the people he's feuding with, Sami Zayn, career mid-carder, you know, an absolute joke of a wrestler. Penta, a jobber with a mask. And Jey Uso, you know, mid-card Jey Uso. No, the guy that's never main event a premium live event in his fucking life. And he calls himself main event. Now people will say, oh, he has main event. Yeah, listen, the only way he main events is if he's in a feud with someone who's a main eventer. You know, similar to Rollins. Like when Jey Uso is facing Roman Reigns, he'll main event. But if Jey Uso is facing someone who isn't Roman Reigns, if Jey Uso's facing a mid-card guy like himself, you know, he'll be like the second match on the card. And I mean, that's been proven time and time again. But anyway, let's look at Rhea bloody Ripley. Let's look at her. So 2.5, yes, 2.5 million views for the 30th of June edition 2025. It is the lowest Netflix Raw of all time. The previous lowest was 2.6, and I believe they hit that on 3 different occasions. Well, now they've went below the 2.6. So, I mean, if you look at it from the second show after Mania, we did 3 million. Ever since then, it's been under 3 million. They did a 2.8, a 2.7, a 2.7, a 2.6, a 2.7, a 2.9, a 2.7, a 2.6, and now we have seen them dip into the 2.5, and it's only a matter of time. How low can they go? In my opinion, the answer to that is very low. I'm predicting that we'll see Raw hit under 2 million before the end of the year, because we are coming up to the summer, and that's traditionally when the ratings go down. People have got better things to do. People don't really want to be sitting watching wrestling, and then you've just got like a lack of important pay-per-views up until around like Survivor Series. So yeah, you get a bit of a boost, I guess, coming towards SummerSlam. But from SummerSlam to Survivor Series, there's a lot of shit that just doesn't really happen. Now, back in the day when wrestling was good, something happened all year round. You know, you were getting good matches every single week, getting good pay-per-views every single month. It doesn't work that way anymore. WWE, they only focus on the important premium live events during the year, but even now it's like they don't even really do that. Even at Mania, they barely focus. I mean, look at that last year's Mania, it was fucking garbage. How much effort did they put into that? How much focus did they put into that? Not a lot, in my opinion. But yeah, there you go, guys. 2.5 million, and it's going to go lower and lower and lower, because the Raw roster, not just the Raw roster, wrestling in jet, it's garbage, man. It's absolutely garbage. It's the same shite we get every week. That Rhea Ripley, Io Sky feud to set up a title match at Evolution, which is another premium live event we definitely don't need, that was embarrassing. I mean, Triple H should be ashamed to put that on TV and have that under the same name, the same company, the same umbrella that McMahon gave us all these legendary moments with. But with that said, let's have a look at the numbers from the clips then, and let's see who drew what. So, in first place, we have the full segment, CM Punk, Gunther, Seth Rollins and LA Knight get into a wild melee, and this got 1.5 million, the only clip to break the 1.5 million mark. Again, we've got Punk and Seth Rollins throwing punches at each other. Whoop-de-doo, you know what I mean? Who cares? We've seen these guys feud, we've seen these guys fight now for, 2 years straight. I'm bored of it. I'm sick of it. How about they move the fuck on? CM Punk pushed Gunther, and everyone was acting like it was the greatest thing they'd ever seen. You know, it's a really poor main event guy pushing an absolute boring jobber. That's not interesting. That's not great. That's not nothing. So I don't know why people were so impressed with that. Didn't do nothing for me. Second place, Roxanne Perez becomes the Women's Tag Team Champion and joins the Judgment Day. It's got 818k, so it looks like Roxanne is in and Liv is out. Are they going to turn Liv face? Are they going to split Liv and Dominic up? I don't know. At this point, what are the Judgment Day doing? Just lingering around like a bad smell. Some of these Judgment Day segments are fucking damn near unforgivable, by the way. You have to have the, I don't know, mentality of a fucking toad or something. A toad that's been drowned underwater for about 2 years to enjoy this shit, you know. It really is garbage, right? Third place, we have, what do we have in third? My eyes are deceiving me, holy shit. Jey Uso saves Sami Zayn and Penta from Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So, main event, Jey. He got close to the top rating, I'll give him that, although he's about half off the 1.5 million. But yeah, he comes out, he saves Sami Zayn and Penta. That got 769,000 views there, so congratulations to him. In fourth place, we've got CM Punk confronts LA Knight, 663,000. So again, you can see that the CM Punk stuff is kind of the stuff that is drawn here. You got the CM Punk full segment and then CM Punk backstage with LA Knight. I know people don't like it and they don't want to admit it, but the guy is, by default, he is like one of the top stars in the company. And is that mainly down to the fact that there is no other stars, really? Possibly. But anyone who thinks that Seth Rollins is a bigger draw or Jey Uso's a bigger draw than CM Punk, man, you're smoking crack. There's one guy in WWE that's a bigger draw than CM Punk, and that's John Cena. That's the legend. That's Big Match John, the 17-time champion of the world. I mean, everyone else is not even on CM Punk's level. The only guy close to him is Roman Reigns. And numbers, numbers prove this. Numbers show this. So it is what it is. Right, what have we got then? In fifth place, we move on from that CM Punk segment, and we have... Jesus, we've got AJ Styles. He falls to take Dominic Mysterio's Intercontinental title. Dominic started waving this little doctor's note. A little bit pathetic, but I mean, Dominic is a bit pathetic, so I'll accept that. It's got 448,000 views. So, I mean, AJ just looking like a fucking nerd. I wouldn't say it to his face, because obviously he's still a tank and he's still got a shitload of muscles, and I don't know, I just wouldn't mess with the guy, the Georgian guy, the guy from Georgia, Alabama, or whatever that is. And I mean, he lived in a trailer, so I wouldn't mess with AJ. But these views are pretty trailer park trash, if you ask me. Right, sixth place, we have the Judgment Day become the new World Tag Team Champions, so they win the belts. That gets 422,000 views in sixth place. Then we go into seventh place, and we have Rusev takes down Sheamus in a banger. The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Got 402,000 views. I mean, they built this match up for like 2 months straight. I mean, really, was it worth it? And what happens? The match ends, Rusev gets a win, and so what? I mean, where do we go from here? What do we do now? It just seems very lackluster, if you ask me. Right. 8th place, we have Io Sky challenges Rhea Ripley to a match at Evolution. 348k. Are we seeing a trend here? The women don't draw. Now, people will say that Roxanne Perez, she drew. She didn't really. That's the Judgment Day drawing. The only time the women draw is when they act sexy or when they're showing revealing clothing. That's it. Outside of that, they've never been the top draw. They never will be the top draw. And you got Rhea Ripley in 8th spot, thinking that her shit doesn't stink. Just look at the Evolution 2 buy rates. Look at the lack of ticket sales. I mean, come on, no one's paying to see this. You got empty seats everywhere, empty seats galore. And that's them doing it like a 3-for-1 special. They're almost doing the WrestleMania tactics. Aye, buy one, get one free. Let's promote Bill Goldberg's main event, his last match, retirement match, and they still can't sell out this shitey Evolution crap. So, yeah, absolute garbage. Right, in 9th spot, what do we have? We have, by the looks of things, I've just lost my... Right, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria end their match with a barbaric brawl. Barbaric. Who cares? A barbaric draw. I mean, barbaric brawl. Barbaric's when you're fucking damn near on the verge of killing someone. It was a generic. It was just a generic fight, you know, a generic WWE shitey looking brawl. There was nothing special about this. 296k views. Then with 262k views in 10th spot, we've got Karrion Kross blindsiding Sami Zayn backstage. People think that Karrion Kross is a megastar. No, he's not. He's a bum. Numbers prove it. The guy doesn't draw. 11th spot, we've got, remember that guy, Penta? Remember the guy that Tony Khan fumbled? The guy that was going to be a megastar in WWE? Aye, megastar. 256,000 views, guys. 11th here in this entire list. Guy's a joke, teaming up with another guy that's never made it, Sami Zayn, to take on the two jobbers of Seth Rollins' faction that doesn't even have a name, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. 256,000 views. And then in last place, we've got Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce announcing a huge battle royal for Evolution. This got 184k. So that is it, guys. That is your views. That is your numbers there for Monday Night Raw. The lowest Monday Night Raw in the Netflix era, 2.5 million. And how low can they go? It's only going to get worse for here. Yeah, they might have the odd week where they go back up, and if Raw's still on Netflix by the time we get to Mania, they probably will get a little increase. If The Rock ever comes back, there'll be a little increase. If John Cena decides to bless Raw, you know, with his presence, there'll be a little bit of an increase as well. But this is it. This is the new normal for WWE. 2.5 million, and you look back at the 5.9 or the 5.7 they got in the premiere, and they were happy about that, or at least claiming to be happy about that. The sad thing is that was a bad number back then, and we all knew that the number was only going one way. It was only going down, and by God, it's went down. It's way more than half of that, man. It won't be long until they're almost at a third of that number. So, yeah, WWE Raw fucking sucks. I'm surprised that they even get 2.5 million global views. If you actually just consider the American viewers watching this, Raw must be under 1 million by now. If not under 1 million, they must be damn near close to it. They cannot be far away from 1 million American viewers watching Raw live, and to me, that's absolutely embarrassing that it's ever got to that state. McMahon would not have allowed this. John Cena, when he was the man in Raw, was above a 3 million rating, and now, if you look at it from the American live concurrent viewership, it's probably less than 1 million viewers. It's sad what's happened to wrestling. The glory days were great, but these current days are bogging. You know, they're garbage. It's in the swamp, and I don't think there's any way back. Mutation, that's what we need. Amputation. We need to... WWE needs to lose limbs. It needs to lose like 95% of its roster. It needs to lose Triple H, and it needs to go in a different direction, because this direction is going fucking nowhere apart from down under, as Rhea Ripley would say. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Fog Wrestling. Let us know your thoughts on these Raw ratings, and we'll see you next time. Till then, peace.